What up guys, back again with another video, and today we got a little different video. Today we are going to be counting down my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I'm a very big movie buff, so this is going to be a really fun video I've been wanting to make for you guys for a really long time, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. First movie is 2022's The Menu. I went to see this movie in theaters when it came out with my friends, and I absolutely loved it. We all did. I think it's a super unique concept for a horror movie. If you guys have not seen it, make sure you guys go out and see it. I know it's kind of a sleeper pick, but super unique concept for a film. This girl and this guy, they go out to this island to have this super private dinner at this super fancy restaurant, and it kind of just ends up becoming that the people that work at this restaurant are a cult, and the head chef at this restaurant's a cult leader. And I don't want to spoil and give too much away, but it's just fucking crazy. It's such a unique concept for a horror movie. It's just a really solid film as far as like story wise, and then as far as acting, Anna Taylor-Joy gives a amazing performance as the lead in the film. I really loved it. Next movie is the live action Cat in the Hat. Now, before you click off this video, this is my fucking list, and I'll put this shit on there because it's fucking hilarious. I remember growing up watching this movie, thinking that shit was funny. And as you grow up, you get to see and like pick up on all the underlying jokes in the movie, and it's just so fucking funny. Mike Myers, absolutely fucking hilarious in this movie. And it's kind of become a cult classic, especially online on TikTok. You see people fucking dressing up as him for Halloween. And it's just fucking great movie. It's very funny. It's a silly movie. It's not, some cinematic masterpiece like some of the movies that are going to be later down on this list, but it is so fun and just fucking hilarious. There's so many lines that we still quote from here. Me and my friends, the "you dirty hoe," just kidding, I love you baby, that shit, or the "I'll get ya, make it look like a bloody accident." Just there's so many good lines from the movie that me and my friends just love. And it's just a fun movie. It's so wild, so out there, and Mike Myers is just amazing in the role, and it's just fucking hilarious for kids, and it gets even funnier as you become an adult because you get all the fucking dirty underlying jokes. Next movie is Borat. Another comedy movie, but I think this is just super unique. So it's obviously a mockumentary, which at the time when it came out in 2006, there wasn't quite anything quite like it. And I just think Sacha Baron Cohen and all the characters he play are fucking hilarious. He's a absolutely genius comedian. And I love just all the characters he points out are just such an exaggeration and such a caricature of the people he's trying to be portraying. But it pulls out and shows and highlights how dumb the fucking people around him are, because they actually believe this shit, that people actually act like this, and it's just fucking hilarious. Like, he's poking fun at obviously the character he's portraying, but he also highlights and shows the fucking idiocracy and just the fucking dumbass, beliefs that a lot of these fucking people have. And I don't know, Borat, it's fucking hilarious movie. I think everyone should watch it at least once. I recommend it to people, especially like a good just late night watch if you just want to throw something on before you go to sleep. It's fucking hilarious. And there's just so many good gags and jokes in it. It's a fucking awesome movie. I really like the second one as well. I think the second one has a better story, but the gags in the first one are just fucking classic. There's a lot of fucking just funny ass jokes in it. Number 7 is Spike Lee's The Black Klansman from 2018. I also went to see this movie in theaters when it released. I loved it. I think it is an amazing story, and really highlights racism in America throughout history, and especially right after the Civil Rights Movement. and it's a fucking crazy story. It's based off true events. It's based off of this black officer who infiltrated the KKK, and that sounds crazy, but on the phone he would talk and pretend to be a white man, and he even had conversations with the head of the Klan at the time, David Duke, piece of shit human being. But he would talk to them on the phone and get all this information, and then he would send out a white man, a white officer, to go pretend to be the character, and it just ended up being crazy. They ended up infiltrating the Klan and finding out that they had this plan to blow up and attack a black college space on campus, on a nearby campus, and they were able to get in and stop the plan from happening. And it's just fucking insane that this man is the only black man in history to ever have a membership card from the KKK, and he's still alive. And it's just a fucking great story. It's an awesome movie. It's filmed obviously amazingly. Camera work is incredible from Spike Lee, and I think it's a very important story, and it's also just an amazing, super fun watch, action-packed throughout the whole movie. John David Washington is amazing in the lead, and then Adam Driver, I think this is probably his best supporting role in his whole career. You can tell he really put a lot of himself and effort into the role. Next is Pearl, and this is from the X trilogy by Ty West. Obviously, Pearl is the second installment. The first one is X, then Pearl, and then Maxine. Pearl and X were released both in the same year, and then Maxine following a few years later. But I love this movie, and I love this trilogy because all three of them are horror movies, but they're all connected, but shot differently, and kind of take places in different time periods. This is very much a techno-colored, similar to like early on colored films like Wizard of Oz, things of that nature. I love the way the film looks. It's directed beautifully. It has some beautiful shots in it, and the story is just great. It's the backstory to Pearl, the old lady from X, when she was younger, and how she kind of became crazy and became obsessed with, sex and youth, and not kind of living her life to the fullest. And I think it's a great message too throughout this whole trilogy on kind of taking advantage of your youth and having fun and going and making something of your life. And I just love this whole trilogy, and I think this is my favorite one out of all three. It might be also the most gory. I mean, I don't know, they all have different gory things in them. Number 5, The Wolf of Wall Street by Martin Scorsese. This is the 2013 film by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I think this is his best role. I think it's better than Titanic. I think it's better than The Revenant. I think it's better than even some of his newer roles, like Don't Look Up, things of that nature. I love this movie. It's a 3-hour movie, which is long as fuck, but it's so engaging from the start to the end. It's such a great story of this guy coming from nothing, and then him being influenced and kind of becoming this not darker character, but very much so corrupt party guy. And then he makes it to the top, is making millions, and then just becomes this even bigger fucking piece of shit person, but you're rooting for him, and it's just such an adrenaline-filled rush, and it's fucking awesome. It's just badass, but you're rooting for the guy that's a piece of shit that's taking money from innocent people. But it's just such a good fucking story, and it's based off true stories. Jordan Belfort is a real person that really exists. He has a podcast, I'm pretty sure. But it's just a fucking crazy story. This guy that comes from nothing, kind of, just simple, basic life, and he gets corrupted and just becomes this fucking partying piece of shit fucking player. And then his downfall, and then he kind of loses it all at the end. And it's a fucking great story. Amazing acting from Leonardo DiCaprio. Again, cannot stress enough. I think his best fucking role of all time. And then obviously just super engaging story. Next is American Psycho. Obviously, I think kind of everyone's seen this movie. It's a fucking classic. I think it's Christian Bale's best movie. He put so much into this role. Even there were claims of people saying that he could make himself sweat on command, which is fucking crazy for the scene where they're all comparing business cards. And it's supposed to literally be kind of like a dick measuring competition, which is fucking funny. And he starts sweating because the guy has eggshell white or whatever. And it's just fucking hilarious, but just amazing. There's so many iconic scenes in here and little things that are put in, like, you know, obviously that scene where it's supposed to be kind of this dick measuring competition between them, but it's them showing off their fucking pale white, eggshell white, you know, business cards with Times New Roman Braille or whatever the fuck it is, the font and shit. And then also another scene where he's at the dry cleaners and he's yelling at the lady, get the stains out, and then this lady comes in and she's like, oh, we should go have lunch, and he's like, oh, I don't really know if I can, and he's like, I gotta leave, I gotta go return some videotapes. Classic fucking line right there. I have to return some videotapes. And then as he leaves, he walks out the door and he smiles at her, and then he drops the fucking smile. Like, just these little bits and pieces that are layered just so small in there, those details that really just make the movie so fucking good. And then obviously the whole thing of, is it in his head or not? You know, there's so many theories. I don't want to give away too much, but I think everyone's pretty much seen this movie at this time. It's fucking over 25 years old now, and they are in talks to make a new one, which I don't really think they should, because it's just such a good movie. And it's also not like terribly old, you know, it's old, but it's not like a fucking 50 plus year film, you know, where you need a new one. But what was I gonna say? Rounding back to the part where it's up for debate if he, you know, actually killed these people and killed Paul Allen, or if it's all in his head. It's up for debate because obviously there's the scene where he tries to put, you know, the cat in the ATM, and then he starts blowing up the cop cars by just shooting, you know, just rounds at them. Not even like a bunch of rounds, like 2 rounds, and the fucking cars blow up. And he's surprised and all the things, and then his lawyer at the end doesn't, you know, recognize him and all the things, even after his confession and shit. And I mean, there's so many good theories about it. I personally believe that most of it's in his head, but then also the book is more detailed and leans towards that he actually did commit them. But I think it's supposed to be also just so telling of society at that time, but also still even now, especially in corporate America, about how everyone just wants to fit in and wants to be the same. And you get, even though you might be doing all this crazy shit behind closed doors, it all kind of just blends in and mushes into one behind the fucking, you know, mundane day-to-day life of trying to fit in and trying to, you know, settle into the look you need or feel like you need to uphold for your status. And I think that's such a unique message and such an important message. It's also to, you know, be delivered in a horror movie. It's fucking amazing. I love it. Number 3, Friday, starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Absolutely. I mean, I think this is as perfect of a comedy movie as you can. It's got a great story. It's got a good ending, good lesson to it. And then Chris Tucker and Ice Cube are fucking hilarious in this. There's so many quotable, iconic lines. The "Bye, Felicia, you just got knocked the fuck out." You know, there's so many classic fucking quotable lines in this movie. And it's just a great story, you know, of them just getting high on a Friday after Craig loses his job. And then, And then at the end of the movie, you know, instead of Craig shooting and killing Debo, instead he fights him like a man, just beats him up, and then Debo gets sent away. It's got an amazing cast too. Also, want to shout out and pay respects to John Witherspoon as Craig's dad in the movie. Fucking amazing performance. Fucking iconic, dude. I love John Witherspoon. Me and my buddies love him. You know, the why every time you in the kitchen, why every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the food, all the pig feet. Like fucking classic, dude. I love John Witherspoon. Love this movie. Great movie. Next up, we have Back to the Future. I think this is one of the best, if not the best, trilogy in all of cinema ever. It's just fucking iconic, dude. The Back to the Future movies, like, literally are such an important part of people's childhoods that grew up in the 90s. But even like me growing up, you know, in the 2000s, I remember always watching them. They were on TV. My mom and dad, they had them on DVDs. I mean, it's just iconic movies. It's such a great story. There's so many iconic parts, from the Air Mags to the DeLorean, and just iconic fucking characters, Marty and Doc, like fucking just great. Yeah, there's not much more I can say. It's just super fun. And finally, at the number one spot, I have Django Unchained by Quentin Tarantino. This is his 2012 film, and this is his 7th film. I fucking love this movie so much. I think it is absolutely amazing. I think this is as much of a perfect movie as you can possibly get. And I'm not like a Tarantino fucking glazer, because there are some Tarantino movies that are critically acclaimed that I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of. But I fucking love this movie for so many fucking reasons. It's a little funny. Jamie Foxx is just straight up badass throughout the whole fucking movie. It's a great redemption tale of him coming back, killing his fucking slave owners, and then going killing the slave owner that owns the big, you know, Candyland, biggest plantation in the South, and then getting his girl back. Fucking just badass, dude. And he's just so fucking cool throughout the whole movie. And from start to end, there's a great action throughout the whole film. And it's just a great story. It's a little bit of a longer film, which is my only really critique. But I think that it's just packed with great storytelling from start to finish. Makes up for it. And it's just has great performances from, like I said, Jamie Foxx, from Leonardo DiCaprio, from Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, just great fucking acting and great storytelling, and it's just action-packed. It's gory, it's violent, but very much warranted. Just fucking amazing story as well, and I don't know, I just love it. I think this is as perfect of a film as you can possibly fucking get. Till next time, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of my list. Are there any movies that are on my list that made your list? And if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys go out and pick up a copy of my brand new book, The Simplicity and Complexity of Life. It is going to be linked down in the description below. Till next time, guys. Peace out.